Hi all, this is Allmighty and welcome to this video. So in this video we are back with the candidates since it is round 10, so yesterday it was a rest day and today we are back. So okay, now I have a bit, okay, I always say we have a different type of video, blah blah. Okay, just disregard it. We have a game from the candidates. And in this game we have on the white side Liren and on the black side we have Wesley. And currently, if I can remind you about the standings, Caruana is first with 6 points, and behind him is Mamedyarov with 5.5. So still there is a race for the first place, and currently, as I said in the yesterday's video, Mamedyarov and Caruana are still playing, and yeah, I don't know the result or anything. Possibly I will later feature on also that game. But now let's focus on these two guys, particularly I don't have anything against Wesley, so I would like to focus my attention a little bit more to the king of the draws, as I've maybe not so nicely put it in the title, but I have all the respect for Liren here. So Ding, as you all know, has drawn all the games up until now in this tournament, and yeah, he's just playing very, I would say, very good chess, because at 25 years old, he is younger than me. He is playing against the top chess players in the world and showing great skill and great calculation. So when I saw his game against Grischuk, when Grischuk missed that bishop to h4 before in the tournament, and when he was just going out of it and playing all the best moves and got even into a winning position, I was just amazed by the calculation this young grandmaster can actually do. And yeah, not just that, I hear that, so I have personally not met him and ever talked to him, but I heard from other people that Ding is actually a very nice guy, all in general, always likes to help. Always you can have a nice talk with him about chess and about general things. And yeah, I'm personally really drawn to this guy, like I really like his style of play. And when I see people on the internet commenting like, he is just playing for a draw, why is he here? I would definitely disagree, because I saw his games, and yeah, he's just playing good chess. But maybe if you watch some official commentary on some of the websites, you could hear stuff like that he isn't prepared in the openings like the other players. So for this level of play, where you have players close to 2,800 and over 2,800, yeah, the level of preparation for the openings just has to be immense, and to actually cover all of the variations and all of the possibilities, it is yeah, quite a strain. And yeah, he is still young, and I should dare to say unexperienced, since it is his first candidates tournament. So yeah, but as I've mentioned before, I'm really, so definitely I think that Ding won't lose a game in this tournament. Maybe he will win a game, especially when he will play against Vladimir. I'm always in a better position. Kramnik, I think, in last round. And yeah, so if you don't know why am I bashing on Kramnik, also nothing against Kramnik, I'm just, yeah, that video with the conference from round 7 between him and Liren is just funny stuff. So if you didn't saw it, I will link it in the description below, definitely, so go and check it out. Okay, that being said, yeah, I would like to jump into the game, but yeah, as I've started, maybe in this tournament he won't lose a game and he will be right there in the middle, but in the next candidates, I'm definitely sure first that he will come back and then even play a major role to win, be with the leaders, or maybe even win the first place. Oh, okay, I don't want to go as far as say that he is going to win, but played a major role in the tournament, that I would definitely agree on with some people, because yeah, his power of calculation is right up there with the top players, and his feel for the position is just as great. So working on the opening preparation should be enough in my thinking. But okay, enough about Ding, and let's just I'll just show you this game. We have d4 d5, c4 e6. So going for the standard setup in Queen's Gambit declined. Neither Ding or Wesley are showing any signs of, yeah, right away I'm going for a win. And knight to c3, even with the moves such as bishop to e7. So we know knight will come to f6, we have knight to f3, knight to f6, and now on bishop to f4. So something that I haven't yet seen in this tournament. Usually people play bishop to g5, but since the bishop has already developed to e7, now going to d6 will be losing of a tempo, so bishop is played to f4. We have castles and e3. So now this is a very good, also if you're a beginner or starting playing chess and you play against d4, you like to go for the Queen's Gambit decline systems. It is a very common move to play b6 here, which Wesley plays. So you want to develop this bishop, and since it's kind of close with your own pawn on e6, you would like to develop it, for example, on b7. But now, of course, white plays c takes on d5 in order to, yeah, kind of tempt you to take with the pawn in order to block off your bishop if he develops on b7. But we have knight takes on d5, knight takes on d5, and d takes on d5. And now, as you can see, this Wesley is offering up a pawn. And first we have bishop to e2 to allow king an escape route, bishop to b7, and only now Ding takes on f4. So don't think that white is in any way better in this position. White earned a pawn, but is giving black a compensation because we now have queen to a5 check, and king goes to f1. Because queen to d2 is a clear mistake because of bishop to b4, and the queen cannot go anywhere. White is lost here, and if you instead of block with the knight, then you have also bishop to g2 taking this pawn, opening up the g file where the king is, but still it's a pawn, and this game is played. So instead of all of this, we had king to f1 played by Ding Liren. We have knight to d7, continuing with the development, and now h4. So since the king side is kind of messed up, you would like to put this rook to h3 and g3 maybe. Yeah, just to release some tension here. King will go to g1, so let's say he castled. But yeah, the position determines that moves such as this need to be made, and a guy like Ding notices that right away. Rook from a to c8 attacking the bishop and developing, and we have bishop to f4 back. Rook f to d8, and black has completed his development, while on the other hand white, even though he has a pawn, yeah, he is still wondering what should he do. King to g1, and now we have bishop takes on f3 and bishop takes on f3. The whole idea behind this move is a possibility to play e5, so black is giving up the bishop pair, and now he plays e5 in order to open up the position, since the king is kind of messed up. He is in the corner, but yeah, the position isn't looking too good for white, and black still has that compensation, and it's in his yeah, in this situation black should definitely force something and play actively. If he starts play passively, then in the end white will just have that pawn and even win the game. We have bishop to g5, a very interesting move, and if you were, like, once again, I would say beginner, you would probably definitely think that at this point f6 is a very good move, you're winning a piece. But actually you have a move such as queen to b3, and when you think about it, if king goes to h8, you have this bishop to e4. Now f takes on g5 isn't possible because of h takes on g5. This bishop is attacking the h7 square, the rook is also, and if you play h6 or h5, you have g takes on h6. So isn't that good? I mean, at this point it isn't good to take the bishop, but it isn't also good to go into this variation. So also if you play king to f8, then bishop to h5 is an idea. You cannot really stop queen to f7 coming other than playing g6, and then you have bishop to h6 check. King cannot go here, he goes to e8, and now after bishop to e2, you didn't lose the bishop, but your threat is queen g8, capturing this pawn and everything that follows. So, okay, this is a trap that was set up by Ding, but of course Wesley didn't play this. He played bishop takes on g5, and we had a takes on g5. Now we have e takes on d4, and queen takes on d4, and queen takes on g5. So after all of this, black has earned his pawn back. We have rook to h5 with tempo, the queen is attacked, and she goes on f6. Now rook to d1 was also possible, but Ding Liren played rook to d5, queen takes on d4 and rook takes on d4, and now knight to e5. We have bishop to d5. You don't want to give up the bishop with this knight and double up your pawns. Knight to c6 attacking the rook. If bishop takes, this is okay, but you get an isolated pawn in the end in the center. So we have rook to d1, king to f8, and now bishop c6. Rook c6, of course not rook c6, first rook d1 with check, rook d1, and now rook to c6. So this is a common rook endgame which is drawn. You have same amount of pawns on one side and the other side. Either of the sides cannot hope much for a draw. Only in the cases where you know that the other side doesn't know how to play this position. So Ding and Wesley just blitz out the next couple of moves. We have rook to d7 and rook to c2. The idea is to cut off the king, keep it on the last rank, and attack the pawns. Both white and black do that, and we have rook a7, rook b2, and now a4. Now rook to a2 and rook to b7. So just exchanging in a sense. First rook to a1, check, king to h2, rook takes on a4, and rook takes on b6. So in this position they agreed for a draw. So the king of draws keep on drawing, and yeah, this is pretty much it. At this point, as I said, don't know the results of the other games. I'm probably going to cover the game between Mamedyarov and Caruana. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video. Sorry for, it's not too exciting or anything, but just wanted to say a couple of words about Ding. And yeah, my personal opinion about him. If you would welcome that kind of video, that would, I would really like that. So yeah, in a sense, this is pretty much it. I would like to thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.